One of the more sad roles that play out in a toxic narcissistic family with a narcissist parent is the scapegoat or black sheep. Research has actually gone on to show that these individuals, even into their 60s, researchers have followed these people, increased heart issues, huge amounts of anxiety, lack of self-concept, huge amount of depression, low self-esteem, a lot of rumination, negative self-talk, not trusting in relationships, anger, and the list goes on and on. So this isn't just like the sadness of their childhood. It's like somebody being robbed of the very essence of feeling worthy to be human. This occurs because the narcissistic parent has such a suppressed shadow. That's what I call it. You can call it subconscious or the parts of themselves that they will never acknowledge are there. Zero accountability. So that's got to go somewhere, right? And the narcissist lives with this grandiose pathological self-image. And what they do is they place that onto another role in the family. With their children, they select the one that closely resembles their behaviors. Maybe they're really good at something like dancing or sports, or they're very social, something that a narcissistic parent likes. The fact that the golden child chooses to be the golden child by endorsing the pathological grandiose self, aka the delusion. So what happens is, it's literally called projected splitting. The narcissistic parent is separating out ego to support the grandiose pathological self and attaching that to the golden child. And then they're taking their shadow, the repressed self, the true self, and they're externalizing it and projecting it onto the black sheep. And eventually the whole family gets used to this dynamic and plays along. So the black sheep gets identified as being unstable, emotional, angry, the problem child of the family. And that takes a toll over time. Now, it's not all peaches and roses for the golden child either, unfortunately. Also lasting effects through a lifetime. The golden child is praised and given credit for things that are very average. They're excused from any sort of consequences whatsoever. And they're held in such high regard and rewarded and praised. They don't get into trouble. So what happens is they move into life and into the world, and they expect that same grandiose praise. But even if it doesn't, you have narcissistic traits, and you have a human being that expects credit, exaggerates, steals credit. Somebody being robbed of the very essence of feeling worthy to be human.
And that is such a great way to look at it. The black sheep most definitely felt as if they had to prove why they needed what they needed, because the narcissistic parent would question why their needs needed to be met, why they were worthy of their needs being met, while other siblings were able to get their needs met without all of this. So what the scapegoat child would do is they carry that into adulthood. So then when they go to ask other people for what they need, they have to explain everything just to do that. And other people may not understand, but it's like when they come from such an abusive family where their needs were not met and they had to prove their worth, they feel the need to do that all the time. The scapegoat child feels a sense of emptiness that does not go away until they are loved properly by new people.